All right.
I just realized I wasn't recording. Okay, let me go back to
Uh,
that question. Oh no. So anyway, so the lady asked for you to shoot a day in the life. That is not happening. She also said, also I miss seeing you with Yemi on Truth and Tales podcast. With always rich content. Oh, thank you so much. Yes. There's a reason why me and Yemi had to put a pause on our video. I miss filming with Yemi, like you guys don't know. There are times I see things that I'm like, Yemi, we need to talk about this and that. But she's like, yeah. There's a reason why we needed to put a pause on it, but don't worry. Soon we are coming back and we are coming back hot. Okay. If you have not subscribed to Truth and Tales
with the
podcast,
band.
we are missing out a lot. Yeah, me and Yemi, we talk a lot about different issues, and I cannot wait to record with her again. Okay, all right, baby. The next question here. Okay, Maureen said, Happy anniversary in advance. Thank you so much. And then Monica said, Happy anniversary, dear sis. Please, my question is, how do you get close to your mother in law? And what advice do you have on how to treat your mom in law as a wife? But you as the husband, before me, I even answer the question, what's your thoughts about it? How have you been treating your mother in law? Oh, yeah, open your bumble.
Okay. I think the trick is your first remove the in-law from the name, from
Mm,
that designation. Start seeing her like your mother. Start seeing your in-laws, your father, brother, uncle. In-law. Where is this woman?
sorry, love, go ahead. I'm
All right.
mistakenly
So your all your in-laws, see them like your own siblings, your family, your relations. And so maybe there are certain things you can't, I mean, when you need to act, when you need to speak, your
Mhm,
gesture, you have to be aware. You have to be aware of what it can mean, what it may not mean, and all that. I mean, that's not
mhm,
to say you don't live your life, but regard must be had because you can offend your wife or your
mhm,
husband, and you guys will talk it out.
mm,
You may not have that same privilege with your in-law. You may
yeah.
not be able to sit down and deliberate over issues. So sometimes the only impression you have to get it right. So um, so you the person's personality too is important. Say for instance, as couples, say for instance now, you're carefree about certain things, about maybe music you listen to, the kind of some of the dressing you can dress in your own house. You don't have any problem. But if you're going to go to your in-laws' house and you know that this person is maybe a very conservative CAC mama, you won't do certain things.
Of course.
And not because you're not free, but you're doing it as a sign of respect
Respect.
to the
Mm,
person, a sign of regard, as deference. I think that's one of the things that gives our generation problem because I don't know who sold us the idea about. I think this generation is incredibly selfish. So people sold us the idea of freedom, but too much freedom, in quotes, makes you too selfish. It makes you only about yourself. But
yeah.
especially with family dynamics and all that,
Mm-hmm,
you may not have the time to redo a lot of things. So
yeah.
um, put your best foot forward, and if possible, treat your in-laws better than your. Not because you are contesting. It's just that the balance has to be struck.
Yeah.
My mom and my moms speak more when she was here than me and her. In fact, she may call me and I'll be like, "I'll talk to you later." Do you understand? But my wife will talk to her and she'll be there. She'll be receiving call. I'll do like, "Do you get?" But if her mom calls me, I'll
Mm-hmm,
pick. Do you get the
mm-hmm,
point? I can afford
yeah.
to not pick my mom's call and
Mm-hmm,
make up for it, but I may
mm-hmm,
not have that chance. Do you understand? So
mm-hmm,
it's delicate, it's careful, but at the same time, you have to see that person as your own sibling, your own
yeah.
blood, and
Mother.
all of that, and be
Yeah.
deliberate. You would have to
Yeah.
build the relationship. You have to build it,
Yeah.
cultivate it. Yeah.
So how do I treat my mother-in-law?
Ah, okay. It has gotten to the point in okay, maybe in answering your question, it has gotten to the point that my mom will call me and say she wants to talk to her child. And that's my wife, not me. Oh. So anytime I say I want to talk to my own mom, I'll
And
not
that's
call my
how
own
my
mother.
mom also says whenever she calls me, she say, "Give it to my son."
See,
Yeah,
do you get it? But it
yeah,
takes some measure of deliberateness. It takes you, going out of
yeah,
your way to build that relationship. Do you get
mm,
it?
yeah,
It's not going to happen automatically. You are going to have to
mm,
cultivate it.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
So
I have an amazing mother-in-law. First of all, okay, like my mother-in-law, she's so, I don't know. She's the best mother-in-law you can ever ask for. She knows when to give you your space. She knows when to, even when I remember our first year of marriage, and there were certain things that we had to talk about, right? Or she had to talk to me about, obviously. And even when she was trying to give her opinion, you could even hear the like, it's not like I'm trying to, but this is what I think. She was so respectful about how she was approaching me, even though I am like, I don't, all our children is me and their last born that is age mate. Like I'm not their age mate at all, right? That's to tell you,
you
like
are not serious.
she's not a hen. But she still talks to me. She gives me that regard. She treats me like a daughter. Like she always went. See, I never that. But back to your question, it's everything my husband said. Honestly, I treat my mom. I don't think sometimes. Like I feel like sometimes I have to ask myself. In this week, I've spoken to my mother-in-law like 5 days in this week. I've not spoken to my mother once, and I have to call my phone. I can't call my mom because not. I mean, I have an amazing relationship with my mom, but since like even before we got married, and that's the thing, before we got married, there's hardly 2 days that pass my mother-in-law doesn't call me before we got married. So after we got married, if I don't call my mom-in-law, right, in a day, the next day she'll call me, she'll say, like it's been 3 days. I'm like, mom, it's not yesterday, we did not talk, you understand? That's how close, we are. And she's and I think for me it's just all my in-laws, not even just my mother-in-law, my brother-in-laws, like I love them like they are my family. But before I even got to know them, before I became an in-law to them, went the extra mile to ensure that okay, we had a good working relationship. I understood her personality. When I go to her house, there's certain ways I behave, right? When she's in my house, there's certain way I behave, right? Not, that's just the thing, just according the respect that she deserves, right? It doesn't mean that when she's in my mother-in-law is like the freest person. I feel like the last time she was in the house, I feel it's sometimes that I was even embarrassed for myself because we play the way me and my husband, we play the way we usually play. Like she's so happy whenever she's around with us. She makes us happy, and I want to and when a person is like that, you want to do everything to please them, right? So yeah, but at the same time also she calls me to order when she feels like I'm not doing the right thing. But the way she calls me to order, she's not like she's imposing. She knows when to give you space and all of that. But again, maybe my mother-in-law is exceptional because when I hear issues about people's mother-in-law, well, I don't have that issue with my mother. I don't pray we ever get to that part. But I think before I got married, I've always prayed for the woman that would be my husband's mother, that she would take me as a child. And I still pray, sometimes even when I feel like she has not called me in 2 days. I've asked my husband, is what me annoyed with me? Did I, at least what I said that day? Something that she's probably not even thinking of. But that's just to show you like the level that I take her. And also because I think it's easier. Maybe it's easier I don't know, because yeah, it's not everything your in-laws now do that you might find okay. But again, like my husband said, if she's my mother, what will I shout at her? Will I stop calling her? Will I disregard her? No. So when I got married, I took her as my mother. So anything I would not do to my mom, I won't do it to her. And sure, there are certain things I'll do to my mom, I will still not do it to her because my mom does not have choice. She will love me regardless, right? But just accord
Exactly.
them the respect they deserve. Call them every once in a while. Like before I got married, we'll call, we'll talk, we'll just even when we have nothing to talk about. So we just say, mom, I just want to check up on you. Hope you're fine. Okay. And some days we talk longer, some days we talk shorter and stuff like that. Sometimes I call her just to gist her. Sometimes I call her to just tell her our plans and just hear her thoughts, about it. There are things that me and my mother-in-law talk about, and my husband still don't notice today, right? And it's just between the two of us. You understand? So, and I think that's the way the relationship should be. But what I see is, ladies, before they even get into marriage, they already have a mindset about their mother-in-law, and they enter into it expecting it to be hot. And then what your expectation becomes your reality. And sometimes it's not even the reality, but you assume, you overthink things that is not right. And but yeah, my own is treat your mother-in-law the way you treat your mom, right? And again, I always say this: if my mother-in-law did not accept me, I don't think I would marry my husband. Honestly, and I know that people get into marriage, their mother-in-law is not, and I know people in short, I know someone that's very close to me that her husband's parents didn't like her, but eventually they grew to like her. But for me, I always knew it was a prayer for me personally that the person I would get married to, all his family members will accept me. And before I got married to my husband, his brothers, so like if you see us chatting sometimes, even the most quiet one among them, we still chat, we talk and stuff like that. So I think before marriage, try to cultivate, a good relationship, but also let there be boundaries. Okay. You also need to set healthy boundaries, especially if you have a mother-in-law that is always like over involved. From before you got married, not after you get married. Respectfully, not in a way that is,
No,
I think if you want to
no.
talk about it,
Aside that,
it's going to be an entire
there
video.
are
And there are other
no.
questions I want to get to. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. No, I wanted to say that there are ways to manage it. For instance, if you find out that even when your in-laws offend you, it's not your fight.
Exactly.
Most times, if you
It's your
fight it,
husband.
you will not be able to solve it. You
Mm,
won't be able to undo what you have done. So if
exactly.
leave it to your spouse to activate. I mean, I know how to stand in the gap. I know how to even prevent things from getting to certain points. So and even if my mother-in-law, I can't even remember if she has. If I don't think there's been any instance. But if there was any, my wife knows me. I will just it's nothing. I don't forget that because in the first place the friction may happen for whatever reason, but you can't internalize it or like people like she was saying, people who had already predisposition to in-law, so they already have that defensive approach. So when things happen, they blow it out of proportions because like it or not, this is Africa. You can't say it's only me and my wife or it's only me and my husband or something. No,
Yeah.
no. Family influence it will spill over into your relationship. So
Yeah.
just do the necessary things we can do.
That you
That's
need
why I said
to.
me and my wife we can quarrel. It's between us. We will solve it.
Yeah.
But I cannot quarrel with my in-law.
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, just have a healthy mindset. Don't go into marriage expecting the worst from your in-law. Try to have a relationship with her. Communicate with her the way you will communicate with your parent. But I'll do a separate video on this in another video because we'll talk a whole lot if we want to talk about that. Oh, my baby.
If
Sorry.
you say it's 30 minutes video, we are supposed to do since 7:30.
We'll finish soon. Sorry, guys, we had to take a break because I needed to charge my phone. Okay, so the question we're answering was from Tayo Courage, who said, what was our greatest strength as a couple? And I think my husband has answered, the most
Okay,
important
okay, okay.
ones. Yeah. For me, I mean, it's God. God is our greatest strength as a couple because honestly, there is no way we could have been able to do this or come this far without God. And I know that, we are just starting, right? But yes, God has been our greatest strength. And also, I think our ability to find joy in each other. I was telling Mercy yesterday night that, we're talking about other things about her, and then I just mentioned, and it's a fact that whenever my husband leaves for work, like I'm always looking forward to him coming back. Or when I leave for work, I always look forward to coming back home. Even when we are fighting, I love us being together. Even if we're not doing anything, just being with him, the ability to find joy in just being together in our presence. What's making you shake your head? You are feeling yourself, Abby.
No, wait. No, why? No, 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 no. When you said even when you are not doing anything together, I said now you are planting thoughts in people's
Is
heads.
you, oh, is you. You see your mind. When I mean, like, even when we're not talking, it's you that is your mind, your dirty mind. You see where your mind has traveled to. Anyways, Shay, as I was saying, Jerry, that children of God. Why are you not looking like that? Even when we're not, just
No,
finding
no, no,
joy
no, Allah. No.
in each other. Even when we are like fighting, I still like crave to be together. I still want us to like end this fight and be together. Yeah, and yeah, our ability to also, even though this place we are still, I don't think that's our greatest strength. Okay, so let me even mention it. But just our ability to put God first. Honestly, I think that's our greatest strength as a couple, our ability to always put God first. Even when we are fighting, what is God saying? What is, yeah, the fact that the Holy Spirit has helped us to sort out in our marriage is more than the one that we have sorted out ourselves, right? So, yeah. Anyways, our second question is how do you
What
build
was it?
attraction?
What was it you
Hmm?
wanted to say that you said you don't think it's a...
Communication. I think we do communicate well,
I
but
was...
I don't think that's our greatest
Oh,
strength
okay.
because, yeah. But actually, I think we communicate pretty good because even in long distance, there's hardly any time we don't talk. We communicate, like, we talk every time. What?
Yesterday when no, as in yesterday when your friend came in, I don't want to mention
Mm-hmm.
her name now. When she came in, first time we
Mm-hmm.
were on phone. They
Yeah.
went when I called you, you said they went on a walk. I
Yeah.
think we went off. By the time we will talk again, by the time they will come back, we're
We're
still
still
on phone
talking.
again. In my
Yeah.
mind, I'm just saying, won't these people just say, don't we have lives? I don't
Yeah,
know. So,
yeah. I
okay.
think our communication
That's
is
just by the
actually
way.
pretty good. We and even if when my husband is, I think we talk about everything. What am I saying? I think our communication is actually a big strength for us because we literally talk about everything, right? Even when my husband is trying to hide things, in his mind, thinking that I won't find out, the ability to even know that there's something we need to talk about something. I don't know what it is, but I know we need to talk. And even him, they will say, babe, that response you gave to me yesterday, what was really, really going on, right? I think we communicate very, very well. And I think that is also a very big, strength for us,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
now that you, yeah,
And
now that
how have we
we,
built
yeah, I think you're
attraction in
right.
a
I think
marriage?
you're right.
I don't know.
Uh, did we build it? Okay, we did usual things people do, or we try to do usual things couple do. We
Mhm.
try to spend time with each other. We try to do fun things. We try to
Yeah.
get gifts for each other. But I don't know if it's directly influenced attraction or the building of the attraction. But I know that over the year, our attraction, our affection improved. I don't know if there was anything we did deliberately to make it happen, but
Yeah. I
somehow
don't
we
think
just
it was a
find.
conscious effort. I think it's just default.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, for me, when it comes to looking physically attractive, or maybe you are saying that we are more physically attractive now, which I would say thank you to. But I think physically it's just making sure that we eat well, making sure that he eats well, making sure that he starts to use the product that fits his skin, try to ensure that yeah, I think, yeah, we just make little effort here and there to look good for each other. But I think even without trying to look good, we are naturally attracted to each other, right? And if I want to go the extra mile, maybe if it is ministration time, right? Sometimes you just don't just throw it yourself. Okay, try to spice things up, dress well, wear something sexy every now and then. When I'm at home, I'm not wearing jeans, I'm not wearing anything. I'm always like, you have to see what you're working with. Okay.
Mm,
And we play a lot to each other, we
yes.
try to make each other
That's it.
laugh. And that's one thing that people often misunderstand. Sometimes you see a man that maybe is good looking, a woman that is good looking, going for a man that maybe to societal standard is not good looking, but sometimes the sense of humor is more attractive than your sexy body, right? Most of these, okay, well, maybe not most, but a lot of the times that we've ended like that ministration time starts, sometimes it starts from just playing before you know what is happening. You have off everything. But that's what I'm trying to say, that
Which
sometimes
ministration?
what? Why you do your face like you don't know anything?
Which
Why you do
which
your face like I'm
ministration?
administration? You
Which
don't know what
ministration?
administration is.
Yeah. No, the only one ministration I know is in church, please.
It's in church. It's in church. See your mouth like
Mm.
church. Anyway, so yes, sometimes just having a good sense of humor, just playing, just doing things to make each other laugh, and you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's very, very attractive, and you'll be amazed the kind of things they can. Me too. But anyway, so yeah. So I think that's what we
Well done.
do. We try to dress good, and when he does dress good, I appreciate him. Like I hype him. When I dress good, sometimes he does the same, right? Yeah, noticing.
May God forgive you. May God forgive you.
Noticing the smallest effort that each other makes, it goes a long way. Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, God is my help, right? Said happy anniversary in advance. Thank you very much. My question: back in Nigerian vlogs, you cook late. Somebody actually asked a question that I think we didn't address. She was asking that she got to know that we're in long distance relationship and how were we able to do that. We actually have a video about how we're able to navigate long distance relationship where we also shared our advice. So maybe you should go and watch those videos, okay? So God is my help said back in Nigeria vlog, you used to cook late mostly and eat late at night. How do you know? What made you think so? Who told you that? And I guess because of traffic in Nigeria, so you don't get home early.
You
Being in
say
the
it all the
US,
time in your vlog now.
huh? What did you say?
I say you say it in your vlog sometimes when you're cooking that
Yeah,
I'm
I
cooking
know.
it so
I know
late.
that's not the way. I was
It's
just
11
being
p.m. now. Yeah.
yeah. Being in the USA
Okay,
now
okay.
is your closing time and getting home a bit more relaxed. If your question is what time am I closing to work, I cannot disclose that information. However, of course, I'm in school, so sometimes I would read late, sometimes I'll be early. I don't really have a time. But if you're asking if I still eat late, not really, honestly. Not really, because most of the time when I get home, I just want to sleep. But not really. Oh, babe. I think it's during this fall break that I started eating like
No,
very, very late. But I don't think since I came to US I've been eating late.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
good question.
School period, you would have slept early. You used to sleep
Yeah,
early most times because of school.
yeah, because of school. Yeah. Anyways, okay. Okoyemi said, "Happy weekend, happy wedding anniversary to you both. Your home is blessed forever in Jesus' name, amen." Victoria said, "Congratulations on
Amen.
the wedding." Well, congratulations. It's 11 p.m. babe. Sorry, baby. Congratulations on your wedding anniversary. God bless you both in Jesus' name. Amen. Now to my question. How do you know someone is right for you? Or this Mr. Right thing? That one is a video on its own. But I think I've done a lot of videos about how to identify the right how to, qualities to look out for in the person you want to get married to and stuff like that. I have a lot of videos like that on my channel, but I think you should go back and and watch those videos. Yeah. But the most important factor is God. Does he love God? Does he fear God? And does he love you? If you have those qualities, you are already halfway there. Okay. All right. Shay said, "What are the things you do?" And a lot number of people actually ask this question to maintain intimacy in your long distance marriage. I mean, how are you able to cope without doing the do, considering that you were already used to it? Mr. Fash, how are you coping? Let's
So
answer
who
the
is
second
you
one
there?
first. How
So
are
who
you
is you they
coping?
ask? Why are you
No,
asking?
she's asking the two of us. What are the things
And
you do to
so
maintain intimacy? Is it only me that is maintaining intimacy?
I say your own now. Ah,
Say your
you
own.
know you want to borrow wisdom from my own. No, 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 no.
How am I coping without doing the two? I'm coping me. I don't know if there's a right. What happened? Why is your hand on your kidney? So yeah, I think you just have to cope. Right? Again, I don't know. Yes, we are used to doing the do, but that's not all we do in our marriage. There are a lot of things that we do to maintain intimacy. We've talked about friendship, we've talked about talking, communication, making each other laugh. Those things are, they build more intimacy than the action in itself, right? So yeah, I think those are the things we've been doing, like just making sure that we are always communicating, we're always talking, making each other laugh, praying together, you know, just sharing every moment together, right? The bad, the good, the ugly, the very good, the lovely moments, just talking, communicating, laughing, sharing, being together. But it doesn't also mean that, we've totally left that side or that aspect of our marriage, right? So to your second question, I've been coping very well. Well, I miss it? Yes, I do miss it, okay? But when you, I mean, yeah, you just have to. I don't know how to answer the question. But have we been keeping things hot, being apart? Yes, we have been. I mean, they're way. Baby, please answer this question. Answer it and I'll talk later.
Okay. What's the first part of the question, sir? Um,
How do we maintain intimacy?
it's normal. I mean, it's normal. There are some aspects that we will be lagging behind. The physical part of the intimacy, of course, because of distance and all that. There's hardly anything we can do about that one, and so we cope. We cope. We talk to each other. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing her, I let her know that I'm missing her. If I'm missing that, I let her know I'm missing that, and she
Yes.
does let me know she misses that too. So
Yeah.
there's no, it's just normal. It's not just natural that it will happen. And but we also knew that it was something that was most likely going to happen, considering we are going to be apart. I mean, let's even forget the fact that um, if, for instance, she, I mean, a lot of things can happen. She could, let's say, for instance, she is a military person and she had to be transferred to a place for a period of
Mm-hmm.
time. What do I want to
Mm-hmm.
do? It's just a normal thing. Or I'm the military person, or whatever. Or work had to, assuming we're even both together in Nigeria, and for whatever reason, work had to take me out of, let's say, even Nigeria to Africa country for 3 months. We would cope. So it's just one of those things that happens to, I mean, sometimes in marriage.
Yeah.
So we knew it. Although sometimes no preparation will get you ready for
Prepare
the
you.
actual missing, but
Yeah.
we talk. We talk. I mean, anyone that knows us knows that anyone that is close to, whether close to me or close to my wife, knows that we talk all the time. All the time. There's no time
Yeah.
that we can't talk. Morning, afternoon, midnight, anytime we talk. Even though there is a lot of time zone difference, we still talk. In fact, I want to say as we talk more on phone now than when we were together in the same country, sir.
Yeah.
So, but
It happens.
we try to keep involved with each other, another one, another one.
Mm.
There's no point in stressing certain things. So,
Yeah.
but um, I don't think it affected our relationship anyway. Um,
Mm.
how do we keep the intimacy? Oh, well, we'll talk about it more often than not. So that's all. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it. And then there are
Yeah.
times when, say, for instance, certain things are happening. You know that this is this is that. Um, so you try to
What
compensate.
is trying to say?
So
Go
say
ahead,
for
please. I'm
instance
just
now,
kidding.
okay,
Go ahead.
oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, for instance now, I know that one of our friends had the partner or friend, I don't know, around, and they were all, being close to each other. No, so naturally you would miss your partner. So another one. So I'll stay up later than usual to talk to her so that she won't miss me too much. I'll send messages. I will. I can send videos. Just try to fill the gap as much as humanly possible. Be sensitive, fill the gap, and all that, and all that, and all that. So that's all.
Yeah. I
Yeah. So
mean, yeah. So, yeah, we try to keep it. And just like my husband said, we communicate, we talk about it. And I mean, if you're married, you know, there are certain ways you can teleport yourself, right? Anyway, that would be TMI. But yeah, but I think, but most often, I mean, really, it's not, first of all, you don't. put yourself in a situation where you have to be thinking about it all the time, because that's where the temptation becomes like enormous, right? So I mean, just like my husband is saying, he knows that there are certain times of the month that I am extra hot, and he knows that he has to be there for me, and he is always there for me. Okay, even if it's just to talk, even if it's just to talk about, the day I will see you, the day I will hold you, stuff like that. You might think it's nothing, but it helps to, having something you're anticipating keeps the excitement in check, right? Also, not
Yeah.
putting yourself in a place where, or watching movies and things that would always make you feel that way. That is when temptation and the likelihood for you to make wrong decisions, heightens, right? But there are times that your body will demand for it, and in those times, talk about it, be open about it, tell him I'm missing you, I'm missing it, I'm missing us, and tell yourself sweet things, send yourself voice notes, tell yourself and what you anticipate to do when you see each other, stuff like that helps to recharge your body, and then go and gym. I started gymming, in case you don't know. I started going to the gym so that all the blood pressure is going to go down. My husband has increased in his jogging so that his blood pressure is going to come down. It's the truth. Me, I'm telling you, what's working for me. It's working. So the moment I start feeling like that, I carry myself, wear my gym clothes, go to the gym. By the time I run 50 kilometers on the treadmill, when I come back home, I go and sleep. Tomorrow we'll continue. Right? So yeah. So that's how we have been coping.
What great. Okay, I was saying that because Tolu is out of the country,
Mm-hmm.
I I wanted someone who's in the country to be part of my security, whatever, on my
Yeah.
jogging app. That so I now added Pico.
Mm.
I should have known that I was looking for trouble. So
Wrong guess,
the
wrong
last time I went
guess.
jogging,
People will tease you.
I should have known. The last time I went jogging, as I came back, he now said 8.6 kilometers. Láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù. I was not like but Tolu knows more. Tolu sees my updates, so Tolu knows
Yeah.
that
How
that's
far
a
you
pretty
come?
normal thing. It was not like Konji Oda.
I know.
And though I mean, say, that man is keeping fit. You know, go no say, money just get out of.
People is enjoying.
So when you
People
were
is
talking about
enjoying.
your exercise, I just remember what you said. That's why I was laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you have to do what you gotta do so that your mind will not start doing things. Okay? Keep the blood pressure down, and do gym to be flexible so that when it comes, all the one that you didn't do for whatever time you guys are apart, you will sort it out. But anyways, this is where we'll end this video for today. What do you? This is how we're gonna end the video. We hope you've enjoyed watching. Yeah. If you have, let us know what you think in the comment section below. Yeah. Thank you guys for your amazing wishes. Sorry we couldn't get through to all the questions. I am so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. We cannot go through. Maybe in another video we'll do that, but it's getting pretty
I'm not
diverse.
sorry.
We need to reflect
I'm
in the
not. I'm
video.
not sorry, Coco. It's
Sorry, it's already almost 12 a.m. over
8,
there.
9,
It's
10,
yeah,
11. Over 4 hours.
sorry.
I'm not sorry, Coco.
It's fine. Don't worry. When you come, we'll settle, we'll pay all our bills. Sugar.
Kò sí wàhálà.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Please remember to like this video,
Ah,
subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you think. Yeah, and thank you for your great wishes. Until we meet again, my name is Victoria Aidelifash, and this sweet man here is.
my name is Wole Aidelefash.
All right, guys. Have a nice day. Bye.
All right, bye.